Hey Overclockers, my name's Rob and welcome to another BIOS update. As some of you might have noticed, I'm not briny. Don't worry, Brandon will be back for the next BIOS update after a well-deserved holiday. In today's update, I've got all the deets on a new Corsair streaming laptop. We're talking all about Goldeneye 007, Goldeneye, what year is it? And an important announcement about orders placed this weekend. But first, we need to talk about the Ubisoft Forward Showcase. Well, more importantly, the Assassin's Creed announcements during the showcase. The future of the franchise was announced, including 2 brand new games coming to the PC and consoles. It's been 15 years since we first scaled buildings and leaped into carts of hay. Ubisoft announcement of 2 new games might be the largest announcement for the franchise we've seen since then. Set in 9th century Baghdad, Assassin's Creed Mirage will see us take on the role of Basim, as he grows from a cunning street thief to master assassin. Mirage is set to be a shorter game than the most recent entries into the franchise. With a larger focus on narrative, the game takes place 20 years before the events of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and is designed to be a homage to the original games, taking the series back to its roots. Players will join the Proto-Assassin Order, the Hidden Ones. Mirage is expected to launch on PC and consoles in 2023, and I am really excited to explore 9th century Baghdad. But Mirage wasn't the only upcoming game among the announcements. Codenamed Jade, a mobile game set in China, is going to feature custom character creation, intense combat, and very similar stuff to the main games. You'll be able to have the chance to do things like parkour atop the Great Wall of China. Probably the announcement that I think we're all really excited for, and I'm absolutely ecstatic for, was Codename Red. Codename Red is set to take players to the long-awaited setting of feudal Japan to live a powerful shinobi fantasy. The game will be the next premium flagship title for the series and is being developed by Ubisoft Quebec, the studio behind Assassin's Creed Odyssey. No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to release Goldeneye 25 years later. Timeless stealth shooter Goldeneye 007 has been faithfully recreated for current generation consoles, and I literally could not be more excited. I know I've said that a few times, but this is all I used to play. This was every day after school. I got home, Goldeneye, on the N64, hand me down, I'm not that old, I promise. Rare announced early this week the game is coming soon to Xbox Games Pass and will feature achievements, 4K resolution, smoother frame rate, all things it needed in the original, to be honest with you. And the good news doesn't stop there either. Rare also announced the game will simultaneously launch on Nintendo Switch for Nintendo Switch Online Plus Expansion Pack members. Kicking off our hardware section this week is the quacking Ducky 1 FreeSF mechanical keyboard. The one free lineup of keyboards from Ducky come in all manners of sizes, layouts, colours, and with hot swappable switches. Recently, Custom PC Magazine got a hold of the SF 65% in yellow for testing. In their review, they praised the keyboard for its style and well-built construction. Alongside the comparatively quiet hot swappable switches, Custom PC concluded their review by rating the design 18 out of 20, features 16 out of 20, performance 26 out of 30, and value 22 out of 30 for an overall score of 82%. They even gave it their Custom PC approved stamp. Apart from being the best colour option for the One FreeSF in my opinion, the 65% form factor makes it perfect for taking on the go or even keeping your minimalist gaming setup looking on point. Finally, the cable management groove on the rear and USB-C connectivity make this keyboard quacking. Terrible. Let's talk about Corsair's first high-end gaming laptop. Designed for gaming, streaming, and content creation, the Corsair Voyager A1600 at first glance looks to be great at all 3. Starting things off with gaming capabilities. The Corsair Voyager A1600 is kitted out with an AMD Ryzen 7 6800HS with a max boost clock of 4.7 GHz, an RX 6800M featuring AMD's RDNA 2 architecture and 12 gigs of GDR6 memory. There's also 16 gigs of DDR5 dual-channel RAM and a 16-inch 240Hz QHD display. This model comes in at £2,549.95, but if you're after even more performance, the Voyager A1600 is also available with a Ryzen 9 6900HS, 32GB of DDR5 dual-channel RAM, and a 2TB Gen 4 M.2 NVMe SSD for £2,849.95. Keeping all that performance cool is dual fan intakes alongside a vapor chamber cooling system. The gaming comforts don't stop at performance either. The Voyager comes with MX Cherry ultra low profile switches. For media consumption, this laptop is equipped with dual Dolby Atmos 20mm speakers. The I/O has been built with creators in mind. On the right-hand side, the Voyager features a SDXC card reader, a USB Type-C and Type-A port. On the left, there's a Kensington lock, DC power, 2 Thunderbolt USB 4 ports, and a 3.5mm combo audio jack. Thanks to those Thunderbolt ports, you can even connect 2 4K monitors, perfect for editing and streaming with a built-in 1080p webcam and 4 noise-cancelling microphones. There's even a built-in macro bar ideal for editing and stream shortcuts. If the Corsair Voyager sounds up your street, or if you're just after a great editing monitor, we've got a great discount on this LG 32-inch professional 4K OLED display. Featuring a 1,000,000:1 contrast ratio and 99% coverage of both the DCI-P3 and Adobe RGB color space, alongside hardware calibration and HDR400 support, this monitor is perfect for editing. This is currently 30% off and just £1,999. Starting off this week's blog post section is the best hardware to make your gaming PC more energy efficient. Forget paying £20 for a kettle to keep your bills down. We've got you covered with everything you need to create a powerful, energy-efficient gaming PC. Investing into energy-efficient hardware doesn't mean your gaming performance has to suffer in any way. You might have noticed a sticker on your power supply with an 80+ rating, like for example 80+ Gold. This rating tells you how efficient your power supply is whilst at 50% load. The higher the rating, the more energy you'll save in the long run. For example, an 80+ titanium rating is 94% efficient. Saving power can even be as simple as changing your settings in Windows. In the Power Plan tab, you can choose when your PC should turn off after inactivity, so you aren't draining electricity when you're away making coffee, having a sandwich, or you've just walked away leaving your friends while they're gaming. Just using your PC to work and watching YouTube, you can change the power plan from best performance to balanced. This will save power as you don't need the full performance of your PC. There's plenty in this one, so I've dropped a link to the OCUK blog down below. If you're looking to order something this weekend, just a reminder that Overclockers UK will be closed on Monday the 19th of September to pay respects to Queen Elizabeth II. And finally, as we remember Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, there is no better time to look back on her history and the advancements made in tech during her time on the throne. From her televised coronation in 1953 to royal engagements via Zoom in 2020, her 70-year reign has been marked with a period of notable cultural and technological change, development and growth. I've put a link to this blog down below. That's all from this week's BIOS update. Brian will be back for the next one, don't worry. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. See you next time. Or I won't, I guess.